Hey everybody, I hope everybody is having a wonderful day. So let's say today is your first day as a data analyst in a startup, okay? And your boss comes to you and he or she says, "Hey, you know what? I'd like to know the percentage between first time buyers versus repeat buyers, okay? And then you go, hey, where can I find the data set? Your boss points you to this data set by Braze engagement benchmarks on Snowflake marketplace. Okay, so your boss says all the data is available here. Put it on a fantastic dashboard so the team can view it. Okay, and then the tickets assigned to you probably in Jira or whatever tool the company uses. And what you're going to first do is, before even visualizing the data or writing SQL queries in that data, you're going to define the data architecture. Okay, so in order to visualize something, it has to be powered by a data warehouse. In our case, it's going to be Snowflake, because this data is already hosted on Snowflake. And then let's call this a data visualization tool, and then let's put an arrow here. So Snowflake powers the data visualization tool, and this tool is going to give us beautiful charts. Okay, now speaking of data visualization tools, the popular one are Power BI, and then you have Tableau, and then you have Looker, and then you have a lot of other major players, some open source, some are not open source. For this exercise, I'm going to connect Snowflake with something called Mode Analytics. Okay, so I'm going to connect Snowflake to Mode Analytics, and we're going to build beautiful charts here, and then we'll share it with your boss. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll go to Mode Analytics and then click on Mode. So first time when you click on this, you have to try it for free, since I've already logged in and created an account. I'm just going to sign in. Let's ignore that for a second. So the first thing when you log into Mode is to connect a database. Either you can go here and connect a database, or you could go here and connect a database. In our case, let's click this, and it's going to show almost all popular databases. Okay, so Redshift by Amazon, and then we have Google BigQuery, we have Postgres, Snowflake, and all popular players. In our case, it's Snowflake. So let's call it, let's click on Snowflake and display name. Okay, so display name, let's give a readable display name. Let's call it Braze engagement. Let's call it this, and it asks for account URL. So the easiest way to find an account URL is to click on this little thing here and hover over this. Okay, just don't click, maybe you can click, but hover over this, and you see this little copy account URL here, paste it here, and then go here and paste it here. Okay, so the structure should be, so it has to have that HTTPS and /. This is your ID and your region, and it has to end with Snowflake computing. For warehouse, okay, so for warehouse, let's go to one of the worksheets. And in my case, I have two warehouses, but I'm going to choose compute underscore WH. Okay, so let's go here and it's uppercase. So let's type compute underscore WH. It has to be uppercase. And let's talk about the database name. So the database name is brace underscore benchmark engagement underscore benchmark. So let's click on this and copy this for our ease, paste it here, don't change anything here. And I want to stop here and talk about username and password. So the ones you see here should be from Snowflake, okay, and not from Mode. So you go here and you plug in your Snowflake username and password, hit the connect button, okay. And then if everything is good, you should see your database is connected. Okay, so click on new report. Okay, so now that this is loaded, let's take a step to understand this. So right here is your empty report. This is where you write your queries. This is where you write multiple queries, and these are all the databases or schemas the mode analytics username and password has access to. Okay, so since we created this, it's been connected here. So from a querying standpoint, that makes things easier. So let's go back to that Braze engagement benchmarks. This exercise is not about writing SQL queries or learning SQL queries. Therefore, we'll go to the very bottom and just copy this one SQL query. So what it's going to do is pull percent of buyers and repeated buyers for each industry. Okay, and let's paste it here, hit the run button. And we should have data popping up any moment. Okay, so the value you see here is because of this query, and it's given us in percentage. Okay, one thing we have to remember is when we show it in beautiful line chart or grouped bar chart, this has to be converted into percentage. So let's name this query as, rename it, let's call it first time buyers versus repeat buyers. Save it. There are two places where you can create a chart. One is here and one is here. Feel free to choose the one that you're comfortable with. I'm going to go with the grouped bar chart. I'll tell you why once it opens. So your grouped bar chart has you can call this the chart area. Here you define the x-axis, y-axis, filters and colors and everything like that. Here your fields show up. Here, give me one moment. Here, industry is a dimension, so it shows up here. Measures show up here, and then once you click format, you're going to see data type, axis and everything like that. So let's put industry on x-axis and these two on y-axis. Okay, now we have industry here, we have measure values. So let's change the labels. So industry is all uppercase and measure values on the y-axis does not make any sense. So let's change them. Industry, let's call it percentage, and let's change it to percent. Okay, now let's look at the chart. We have these categories here, and the one that's green is first time buyers and the one that's blue is repeated buyers, and we have our legends here. There are ways to move legends to the bottom, to the top, however you want. So you could do it. And let's go back to colors here. Some people like green and blue. Let's say if you're a bit creative and you wanted something like this, hit the apply button. You get a color like this, and let's say you want it to be sorted in a certain way. You can sort it by industry, but that's not what we want. By your y-axis, and it's got all the big numbers here. So this is the way you would read it. Health and insurance, first time buyers 11%, repeat buyers 7%, meaning first time buyers are highly likely to buy more. So this is the way you would read it. First time buyers for health insurance is 11%, repeating buyers are 7%, versus for finance, first time buyers are 9% versus repeating buyers are 71%. Take a step back and think about it. Okay, so someone gets into a bank, that person is probably likely going to stay with that bank for a long time. So that's one of the reasons. So the moment you put your data on a grouped bar chart, it started giving you information. Hopefully, our boss likes it. So before that, we have to name the chart. Let's call it first time buyers versus repeat buyers. Okay, if you want to add a little description, you can add it here, and go here and click this to to the report builder. Let's go to the report builder. This chart should show up in our report builder as we expected, and here you can make it much more bigger, or if you're okay with the size, it's okay. And then you can rename your report here. So let's call it dashboard first time buyers versus repeat buyers. If you wanted to add an extra description here, you can add it here. Click on save. Some people like the light theme, some people like different themes. So let's see, this one's a little bit darker. This one's got a gray background with black thing. You can also have your own custom themes, and then view it as how your boss and other stakeholders would view it by clicking that button. have the dashboard here and the data here, and within less than 15 or 16 minutes we can get the ball rolling with mode analytics. More about mode analytics to come in our future videos. And a little bit about us: we are analyze.agency. We do stuffs like this. We also do ETL and data modeling. If you'd like to have a discovery call, get in touch with Chris at analyze.agency. Thank you.